Good morning, everyone. This is my watch list for Tuesday, August 11th. All right, so what happened yesterday? You guys see, SPY was pretty choppy. I said I wasn't going to trade SPY, and I didn't. It just stayed within this $3 range the entire session. Pretty choppy day yesterday. All right, what are the levels for today? I'm just going to say yesterday's high, 775. Right, if we break 775, we can go back to all-time high, 777. Or 772. This was yesterday's low. It's the bottom of the range. You guys see a lot of wicks over here off that level. So 772, we can see downside back into this 767 area. If we break 775, we can see upside. Okay? Again, I likely will not trade SPY or the Qs until after CPI, PPI. CPI is tomorrow. Okay? QQQ, same thing. It's just back at that 725 supply. This is a very big level here on the Qs. If we reclaim, then this can get a push back into 728. If we break 728, then it's maybe 732. But again, I'm not trading SPY or the Qs until after PPI, CPI. Okay. I just prefer individuals. There are better structures out there on some individual names. So Apple. This was a nice breakdown. Unfortunately, the big move, that 309 to 305, happened in the pre-market. You see this candle, 309 to 305, literally one candle in the pre-market session. So that kind of took away some of the value yesterday. However, we can still watch for failures at this 309 today. Let's see how it opens. And if it's looking weak at 309, we can take this short again, okay? AMD, I like below 460. 460 below 460 for shorts. Okay. Amazon, we nailed a nice entry on this. Remember yesterday I talked about Apple bear flag, Amazon bull flag, and I showed you guys this little trend line, and I said if we break this trend line, then we can see upside. Well, that's where we got our entry, right? We waited for the trend line to break, and this arrow was my entry, right? This candle right here, 1010, as it pushed up with momentum, I just entered, and I was going to use 276 as risk, and you see we got some nice upside here and went all the way to 280. It's like a $4 move, right? So this was a nice move yesterday on Amazon. All right, what can we watch today? Continuation, right? Let's see if it breaks 280. Breaks 280, we can see more upside. I think this could push all the way back into all-time highs. So let's see if we get that continuation momentum over 280. Meta back below 600. At this point, it already made the move from 600 to 610. 610 now is the next big level. We got to break 610. Otherwise, I would be careful longing Meta unless we break 610 now. Okay. Microsoft, this is getting exhausted. I'm not watching this for longs. If anything, maybe short even, right? If we fail structure, get back below 500, this is a potential short on Microsoft. This move is exhausted. It's already made a huge move. I mean, look at this. We were at 380 just a couple weeks ago. Now we're at 505. It's a huge move. Netflix, I really like this for bounces today. If we get back down to, let's say 75.50 was the highs from Wednesday. 75.50 to 75. That whole zone, I can look for bounces on Netflix. This was also a great trade yesterday. I loaded this, didn't enter, but yeah, 75 ripped. I mean, 75 ripped on Netflix. We had talked about that level for a while. PLTR, we can also watch for bounces at this 164, 163, 164. This is the big previous level. We have yet to tap that on Palantir. We can look for bounces if it gets there. NVIDIA, remember yesterday I said this is getting exhausted. I wouldn't take this on longs. I can tell in price action, breakouts are not really working as much. And you see what happened yesterday. Closed down almost 3%. It failed at 222. This was actually a short entry when we failed back below 222. And now today we can look for continuation weakness. However, I will say 214 is big. Okay, you see this 214. So 217, yesterday's low from Thursday, little pocket over here, right? If we get below 217, we can short this, but we have to be careful with that 214. So short into 214 and then long at 214, okay? Tesla is almost at my big supply. Okay, I've been watching this, waiting for it to happen. This big area over here. Let's see if we get that pop today. Like it's a kind of a big zone. These wick lows are at 337, but I also see some supply here at 340. Okay, so let's just see where do signs of failure come in, right? If it's 337, we'll get short at 337. If it's still looking a little strong, we can wait for that 339, 340, right? But that's an area I'm watching, okay? Let's see what happens on this Tesla. I like that short though. This is an untested supply, all right? Let's see what happens. I'll see you guys on live. Trade cautiously until after CPI, but let's have a good day. I'll see you guys.